What is this? This, my friends, is the Panasonic 25mm f1.7 ASPH, that is aspherical micro four third lens. That's a mouthful. Hey, namaskaram peeps, this is Harisha from PS Labs. Welcome to another tech episode. It's known for its excellent value proposition in the micro four third world, which is offering wide aperture prime lens at an affordable price point. Why I bought it? I got this as part of a bundle offer that I bought from JB Hi-Fi here in Melbourne, and the bundle consisted of Panasonic G9 12-60mm lens and this 25mm f1.7 prime lens. When I bought it as a travel photographer, I was always on the lookout for a prime lens that is an all-rounder and it's a fast lens. This allows me to take photos and videos of locations, streets, restaurants and attractions, especially in the evening during the low light conditions. As of March 2024, you can buy this lens for around $256 Australian. That's what's the price is being listed in TEDs. You can always look out for offers in Amazon, B&H and other camera gear selling websites. Like I said, I bought this as part of a bundle, so I do not have an exact price for it, but I'm sure I've actually might have paid like $150 as part of the overall bundle. What type of a lens is this? This is a prime lens. That means its focal length cannot be changed. So it does not zoom in and zoom out anywhere. It only has one ring on top of it, as you can see, and this is actually used for focus. Because this is a MFT lens, in the full frame world, the crop factor for this lens is actually 2x. So hence, this 25mm f1.7 lens behaves as a 50mm lens in the full frame world. So what does it mean to be a 25mm prime lens? What it means is versatility, and let me explain you my understanding. Versatility for me means being a prime lens equivalent to 50mm of a full frame camera. It is a classic choice for street photography, portraits, all day shooting, including the evenings, because it's an f1.7, aka it's an all-rounder. It offers a natural perspective that closely resembles what the human eye sees, which is roughly around 48 to 50 degrees, in diagonal wise, making it suitable for a wide range of scenarios where you can actually utilize it. Build quality. As you can see, this is actually made up of plastic. It's a completely plastic made one. Although this is black color in Australia, in some other countries like US and Europe, you can get both black as well as you can get it actually in a silver version of it. But in Australia, we only get the black version, which is perfectly fine for us. Now, as this lens is built with plastic, it's also lightweight. It's only around 125 grams of weight. But that does not include the lens cover, and the back end lens mount cover. Although it's not of a metal construction, it's still pretty good durable for the price point it's being offered at. Focus ring here is being supported by a linear stepper motor inside. Although it looks pretty smooth when you're trying to handle it normally, but under manual you got to be careful of the rotation when you're trying to pull manual focus using this lens. Lens mount. As this is a micro four third lens, it's suitable to be used on any of the Panasonic or Olympus micro four thirds camera that you actually own or you're currently using. Here I have a GH6 which operates in the micro four third world. I'm going ahead and placing my 25mm camera on it, and because it's part of the MFT world, you can interchange it in any other camera in the MFT world, whether that is from Panasonic or it is from Olympus. Along with this lens, by default you would actually get the lens cap, and as part of the packaging you'd also get a lens hood. It's a small one, it's pretty decent. It'll actually help you protect your lens from sun flares or any flare of light that is actually coming across. And once you install it, still along with the hood, it's a pretty much compact package. It does not bulk out much. In fact, the GH6 is much more bulkier than the lens itself. Obviously you can remove the hood, and for storage you can actually always use it on the reverse way around, and then you can just lock it up. If you are like me who would love to use filters, that is a CPL, circular polarizer filter, or a VND or a variable ND filter, then the diameter for the filter is 46 mm. Unique utility point. Where does it stand out? This lens's unique utility point is value for money. This lens offers exceptional value for money, providing excellent image quality and performance for a fraction of the cost of many other prime lenses with similar specifications. It's a great option for photographers on a budget or those looking to expand their lens collection without breaking the bank. which is very much important for amateur photographers like me who are actually spending money out of their pocket and not getting sponsored either for reviews or for basically buying their gear, and would love to climb up the ladder of content creation. The reason I love pairing this lens with my GH6 is very simple. An inner focus drive system and stepping motor for smooth silent operation work with the camera's high-speed, high-contrast autofocus system like the GH6 for both photo and video recording. Image quality. The autofocus system of this Panasonic lens is fast and accurate, making it suitable for capturing fast-moving subjects as well as static scenes. It's a reliable performer even in challenging lighting conditions. The ability to have F1.7 provides excellent bokeh. From F8 to F12, the image clarity for landscape and street are on the spot. For outdoor shooting, the F22 helps us a lot. Downside, aka dark side of this lens. Every lens basically has a downside, every tech actually has a downside. So does the Panasonic 25mm f1.7. But I'm a bit nitpicking here if you ask me. As it's a micro four thirds lens, obviously it's going to have the struggle of a micro four thirds lens. That means there is a slight struggle in the depth of field, although you're having f1.7 because this is a micro four thirds camera, and when you actually look at a full frame equivalent, it almost all becomes twice in terms of crop. You do have some variation in depth of field, but you can always overcome that by changing your angle of capturing the film or the photo, or by changing the amount of lighting which is actually there. Now the good thing is the focusing distance for this lens is only 0.25 meters. That means it's just 250 mm. So you can easily change angles and still get that wonderful bokeh to a full frame equivalent lens, but for a much more cheaper price and a much more compact overall setup. The next one is, this does not have weather seal. So please do not take it when it's basically drizzling or you have sand and dust and stuff area, or if you're taking it there, then take enough precautions. Always remember to actually clean your lens both on the front as well as the back side, and also your sensor camera when you use this in a dusty environment. Stability. There is no optical stabilization system in this particular lens because it's a small compact lens, it's a micro four thirds lens, and it's also at a very good cost point, so you do not have OSS in it, so you have to depend on your camera's inbuilt IBIS like your GH6 or your OM series in the Olympus or my G9 that I'm actually having. Where do I use this lens? This is my default lens while traveling in the evening in a city or a restaurant. It is my go-to lens when capturing film at a tighter angle to create a highlight. Best lens for family or pet photography or video when you're casually going out on a park or a holiday or a local sightseeing. And that's the reason I call it an all-rounder prime lens, because I can just slap this in on my GH6 or G9, keep shooting different scenarios, different kind of lighting conditions, both photos as well as videos. And yeah, if something is moving really quick, I can always shoot 4K 120 or full HD 240 frames per second. And that's the reason I love this camera. If I have been actually asked to pay it separately apart from the bundle, I would have still paid for it and got it because it's an absolute value for money beast. It's around $250 plus. It's basically a prime lens camera at 25mm focal length, goes up to f1.7 in aperture opening. So that's basically all tick. And finally, it's lightweight. So, you wouldn't even notice on it in a camera like a GH6 because the combination of my GH6 and the tilt of frame is much more heavier than the lens itself. So yeah, sometimes it actually helps me to stabilize just by holding with my own hand. Although being a 25mm lens. If you are in the micro four thirds world, or if you're looking at the micro four thirds world to actually go ahead and invest and learn more of photography or video, or this is your best cost option when you're embarking on your journey towards professional photography or videography, then go ahead, buy one of these and you'll never regret about it. Until the next video, take care, stay safe, peace. Namaste.